Data dependent, as Matt says, is good that the Fed is doing this. But the fact of the matter is, some say that, including Michael Showell yesterday, actually, who was on, he was like, he thinks it's a mistake that the Fed is data dependent. And in fact, they have to bring in more factors when it comes to monetary policy. Otherwise, they may find themselves having made a big mistake by raising rates too early.
So I think that there's so many issues here, Betty. One is which data. Secondly,
exactly.
how clear is that data? But there's a third issue that we have to focus on. You're absolutely right, the three of you, in saying that the Fed doesn't want us to look at the date or obsess with the date of the liftoff, but wants us to look at a shallow path. At some point, it's going to take us beyond that. It says not only is the path going to be very shallow, but the terminal level is going to be much lower than what has been in history. So the Fed is trying, like you said, and this sounds almost contradictory, to remain unusually easy while it tightens. And that's a new experiment, and it's one that's going to be very interesting for markets to navigate through.
Do you think that they will be able to successfully execute the experiment? What are the risks that could go wrong?
I think the biggest risk is that they are too successful. What do I mean by that? I mean by that they are very successful in boosting up asset prices, and they continue to decouple asset prices from the fundamentals, and they don't get the support from fiscal policy, from structural reforms that's needed to validate the asset prices. So the biggest risk is they may end up being too successful in a narrow sense and unsuccessful in a bigger sense.